your socials, it's great to tag other people that you are thankful for and share a little why and some photos and some fun things. It's good good for the soul to do those types of things. So let's see. I am going to go to my little list here. Thank you to Michaela for putting this together so that we all have a way to know what's coming up next. So um, thank you, everyone who came to Shocktoberfest. It was Roaring 20s style to celebrate our 20th anniversary. Again, it's, Roaring 20s now, but 100 years later. And it was super fun. We had lots of people show up and it was a good time. We have on our Facebook page a costume contest and people would go vote. And it looks like so far what's winning is our group shot. You can see who our winner is on our photos there. And Michaela's posting that. Thank you for doing that. And then, of course, our raffle prize winners, we did a fundraiser for the Mentoring Network. And the Mentoring Network is all about pairing mentors with mentees in the schools. And we've been raising money for them almost every year since we've started Shocktoberfest. And just want to, give a little shout out to the Mentoring Network. We're always happy to raise just a little bit in selling raffle tickets and doing different things to support the Mentoring Network here in the Treasure Valley, kind of on the Canyon County side, Malheur County side. Anyway, lots of goodness that happens with Donna Shine and her program that she started many years ago. And just, wanted to say if you have ever either had a mentor or could become a mentor, it's really important for some of these young people who maybe don't have either both parents in their life, or maybe they're in a different situation where they could really use a mentor, really use somebody to help guide them, mold them, grow them, give them all kinds of goodness to support them in their path. So the Mentoring Network, go check it out and then be a part of it if you can. If not, there's always something you can give, time, talent, or treasure. And Giving Tuesday is coming up right after Thanksgiving. I'll talk about that a little bit more, but there's always something that can be done. So there's that, Shocktoberfest. Thank you for 20 years of business to our crew, our community, our clients, of course. Thank you for your support in 20 years of this. All right, next up on the agenda here, of course, we always know about Black Friday. You can't miss it, right? People talk about Black Friday all the time. But what I want you to think about is if it's something that you could shop local, buy local, then do Shop Small Business Saturday, because the dollars that stay here in your local community support your local community. And then further, if you can use cash versus credit card, then that money will stay here even more and into our all of the vendors and restaurateurs and people who support us in this area. It's awesome if you can do that. And then thinking about shopping and what's coming up, if you think about Cyber Monday, see if you can go to local websites that will ship, right? We say brick and mortar can also be online and have click and mortar too, and be able to ship from their store. That's another thing to think about if you can. And then, of course, Giving Tuesday is basically a reminder to give to your favorite local nonprofit, and then or sign up to volunteer either with your time, your talent, or your treasure. If you have the ability to give money, great. If you don't, then give your time. Give your time and your talents, your skills that you may be able to give. That's what we do with Mentoring Network. I don't always have time to mentor, but I can give my time and talent, right? Or my treasure that I can do. So that's another way to be able to support these nonprofits that need our support. And of course, fourth quarter, it's a time for giving. It's a time for thinking of others and having that gratitude that can be really helpful. Speaking of November, something else that always happens is, well, not always, but it may be just local precincts that are happening now for your vote. So remember to go and vote in a couple of days on the 7th. If you had your absentee ballot, you had to get that turned in already by October 27th. So I'm here to tell you that you need to actually go to your polling place and vote. And there's lots of ways to find out where you need to go, especially if your district has changed at all. Go to the website, go to the Canyon County Commissioner's site, go to wherever it is that you can search and find out where you're supposed to go to vote. And if you need to register to vote, then you just need to bring along with you your ID and I believe a proof of residency of where you live. So whether that's your utility bill or something of that nature that has your name on your mail, that's going to be a way to show that. And of course, go online, see what all the requirements are, but exercise your right to vote. I'm not going to tell you who to vote for. That's up to you to decide. And you can look at voter guides ahead of time. A lot of the newspapers will come out with these voter guides and give you information about all of the candidates and all of the if there's a supplemental levy that you need to pass. And sometimes it can be pretty confusing. Sometimes you're voting yes when you think you're supposed to be voting no, because you're trying to approve something or not approve something that might be the opposite of what you might think it is. So just really understand what it is you're voting for, because sometimes things can get pretty confusing. So that is my recommendation to you. Go look at the voter's guide and find out where you need to go physically to vote and do your part. Another shout out and an event not to miss is the new marketing trends for the new year. It's our annual event where we dig into all of the new marketing trends that are coming up for the next year, things that you need to be aware of, tools, tips, tricks, all the things that you can use to help you continue to build your brand and your bottom line. So save the date. We have January 18th. 2024. Remember, it's 2024. Well, we want to get this out there to you now. It's going to be busy this holiday season, but now you can think about what you're going to do to kick off the new year. And things slow down just a little bit in first quarter. So it's a good time for us to look at all of the new trends that are coming out, what you can incorporate into your marketing plan. And if you're not necessarily planning your budget and your plan for next year right now, something we can help you do. And then when it comes down to incorporating and doing the different iterations of what you want to try and implement into your plan, you can do that. But right now is budget season for next year. So if you want some help putting your marketing plan and strategy and your media plan and all the things, your content calendar, all of that is now time to do that. So and then in January, we're going to reveal all of the latest and greatest to make sure that you have some of those things in your plan. You might want to pivot a little bit, but then this is when all of the new trends are revealed. So we are going to do the event, and you can go to marketingtrendsevent.com. Again, that's marketingtrendsevent.com. And Michaela, thank you for putting that in our comments. But you can go there, and then she's got the Eventbrite all set up for you. Early bird pricing is on now, and so you'll want to get in on that. And then also, if you want to join our sponsors, we've got several sponsors, again, repeat sponsors, which we love. Idaho Central Credit Union and BBSI and lots of sponsors. But if you want to join us in the event and you want a moment to speak and talk about your business and you want to become a sponsor, we have different levels of sponsorships that you can do. But it's a really great opportunity to get in front of some decision makers, marketers, people who could use your services. And so we always have a lot of the entrepreneurs and mid-level businesses, whatever the case might be there. And of course, then you could have an opportunity to invite your clients to attend this as well. And then you be put in a good light and you're giving them valuable information that they need. And it works. It's a nice way for us to work together and be able to partner and help support them in their marketing efforts. And you as well as a sponsor can do that too. And Scott says absentee ballots are the only way to go. Yes, voting can be super confusing, and that's why absentee ballots. Yep, you're right. But it's past deadline for absentee ballots for this time around. But moving forward, it's definitely something that you can register for. So thank you for pointing that out, Scott. And back to, though, the marketing trends for the new year, January 18th, 2024. It's going to be from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. noon Mountain Standard Time, because sometimes I know we have Zoom registration too. We'll do it a hybrid event again. I think last time we had about a dozen people join us on Zoom and a lot more in person, which is super exciting. But yeah, if you can't make it there, you can always join us on Zoom. Or if you're from outside of this area, of course, Zoom is another alternative for you to be able to get all the latest marketing trends. We've got a good speaker lineup, some to be announced, but we have a repeat speakers coming back by popular demand. And I can't wait to share all of the speakers that will be here and sponsors. So go get your early bird pricing now. Trust me, it's worth it. Everyone who's attended, some people have continuously come every single year to get all the new latest and greatest. And then sometimes we see new faces, which is super exciting. So can't wait for that, January 18th. And the immediate future, something that you want to look at is the webinar that's every second Thursday. And this one is going to be proven ways to optimize AI in digital marketing. I've been working with AI for quite a while now. I feel like I was an early adopter. I kind of learned about it, at the onset. I get to go and speak all over the country and all over the world now. And sometimes I get to hear other presenters share things. And I just have made a collection of just different tools that can be helpful. And there's always lots of tools out there. But I want to show and share some things with you that might be helpful to you in your marketing journey or even in your business journey. But yeah, we're going to optimize some of those AI tools in your digital marketing and give you some advantages and ways to use it. We just used it yesterday in kind of coming up with some alternative ways to think about a mantra or tagline or words that our client owns, and we wanted to just plug it in and see what it would spit out. Some of it was a little wonky and didn't quite make sense at all, but some of it actually kind of was a springboard for us to then take and use and modify and make our own. I still say that AI still takes HI, human intelligence. But anyway, next Thursday is our webinar. It's the second Thursday of every month. So feel free to register, and Michaela's dropping the link there as well on the Facebook Live right now. You'll register through Zoom, and then it'll send you a link in your email. So make sure that the email that you use to register is one that you actually access and get to. Let's see. So next Thursday is the 9th, November 9th. I had to look at my calendar. So yeah, come and join us November 9th, and we will do this. We go live at noon, and generally I wrap up just usually by 1 or maybe sometimes a little bit sooner, depending on how many questions and all those types of things we have. But these webinars are 100% free. They're there to support you. It helps us learn and keep up to date with everything, and then share that knowledge and information that we learn and share that with you. And sometimes I even get to learn from the people who are attending, and they give us tools to look at too, which is pretty awesome. Speaking of learning and continuously learning, we also have our bi-weekly podcast that is now one of the top 5% most popular podcasts globally, which is pretty exciting based on rankings from Listen Notes. And it's called the Marketing Expedition Podcast. If you haven't subscribed to it, I highly recommend that you do, because I get to interview industry professionals, other entrepreneurs, marketers, people, authors, speakers. I get to interview some amazing people, and I love asking them questions. And sometimes it's things I don't know about, and so I get to learn right along with you. And so we're going on a marketing journey together, and it's certainly a way for us to continuously stay on top of the new trends and new things that are happening, new technologies, new ways of doing things. And I want you to be able to access that at any time. And that's why podcasts are great, because you can go back and listen to various episodes. We're approaching our 200th episode coming up, which is crazy to think. But yeah, we've been going strong for quite a while. And there's been some really great episodes that I'd love to have you go back and listen to. And if you do that, the wonderful thing is if you give us a review and you screenshot your review and send it to us anyway through DMs or email or whatever the case might be, then I'm going to do a shout out for you. because I want to return the favor. Obviously, it's great to have those podcast reviews. It helps with our ranking, it helps other people see it. It continuously helps show up in people's algorithm as suggested podcasts. So go give us a review, and I will then give you a shout out too, which is awesome. And then other things. Oh, yes, here's a big one. We are hiring a graphic designer. We thought we had one, but we need to. She ended up getting a different job offer. Um, sad for us, but good for her. And so I need to hire a graphic designer again. If you know of anybody that's looking that would love to collaborate with us and work with us, and I've gotten a lot of questions. We can make it hybrid, but I would love for the people to come to the office again. It just has a different sense of being able to collaborate and communicate and not feel isolated. I mean, sure, we can do stuff on Zoom if we absolutely have to. And sometimes we do. We work remote when we need to, if we're not feeling well, or we got, other appointments or doctors or whatever. Yeah, but it's nice to be able to work together. And so yeah, I would like somebody to be here locally if possible. And yeah, so that's kind of what we are looking for. It's on their website, peppershock.com/employment is the URL, I believe. So go to peppershock.com, and under the contact us, there's a way to apply. And would love to have referrals. If you know of anybody looking, please reach out to us. I would prefer somebody who's been like formally trained in graphic design, that has a degree or at least has some knowledge and education or work history in the field. It's just there's a lot of technical skills that are needed in our industry, and our clients need that from our staff. So would love to be able to do that. Yeah. So go to peppershock.com/employment and tell everyone you know that might be looking, or maybe you know somebody who knows somebody. But that's always the way to go. And then beyond that, I think that's pretty much all that I have out here. Just checking real quick. Think that, obviously we've got Thanksgiving coming up, a lot of things to be thankful and grateful for, including all of our clients, crew, and our community. So until next time, everybody, enjoy your marketing journey.